Hey, good evening, everyone. Here in my office, in front of my Flash Force 3D printer, and printed this pretty cool Porsche fan. It's like a prototype I'm going to use for one of my projects. But the design is going to change in a few hours, which is great. Hello, I am Jose. Now, what's interesting about this is that 3D printing allows us to really do some really cool stuff and really rapid prototype devices before we put them in service, so you don't spend a ton of money casting things if they're not good. And the one thing cool about this as well is that you see these veins right here, these veins right there. A 3D printer uses a nozzle to print, so it needs to have something to hold it up so you can print on top of. Otherwise, the filament will just fall when it's hot and fall on the bed, and that doesn't work. Hello, Crusade, Bear, GTR, good seeing you. OFZ, good seeing you as well. Chicago is in the house, courtesy of Activa Racing. Good seeing you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we should have two slant nose projects at SEMA this year, which is pretty cool. So thanks so much for taking note of that. So see this weird like little blob stuff here? I took a bunch of them off. You can see I got like all a bunch of like tree trunk little supports that I have here, and I can just break it off, which is pretty cool. See, I'm breaking it off. But at the time, the adhesion is not very strong, so I'd use like a pair of snips. Hello, Jay Herm, Super the Card, good seeing you. And I'll just kind of break them off very easily. So you see it breaks off has a clean break. Sometimes you can use a Dremel. It depends on the setups you have on your printer. But especially with something I'm prototyping. So you see how that broke off really nice and clean right there? So it didn't do any damage to the surface. It's really, really nice. Sorry, did I get your eye there? Kristen, good seeing you. So it's pretty cool. So look at how clean that broke off. So you can see right there how clean it came off. Very nice and clean. And they are just these little small supports, like trunks, that allow me to print the vein I need. Otherwise, the 3D printer cannot print on top of it, which is pretty sad. Without it, it'll just fall. And that's it. So this should be in service. This will be one of my first prototypes. I'm gonna clean this up. So these end up looking like the ones are here. I already cleaned these up. See how nice that is. I'll let you know. Oh, Olaf 911. So this is a prototype air-cooled fan. I plan on redesigning an air-cooled fan for one of my projects to make it more efficient for the kind of cooling I'm going to be doing and the kind of power I'm going to be making. So I am rapid prototyping. I use my 3D printer behind me to rapid prototype a fan assembly. And to be able to make the veins by rapid prototyping, which is much cheaper to do. So I'm going to test this, put it in service, see how efficient this fan is. And then when I get to design this ideal, I will either baller status cut it from billet, or have it casted, which would be pretty cool. This material I'm using is PLA. So I use PLA for this. And I had my temperature pretty high for this print. I had at 240 degrees Fahrenheit and my bed temperature at 105. And I used a speed of about, I think I used 50. Was the print speed I used? And this whole thing took from scratch 47 hours to print. 47. How crazy is that? You have to have patience. So luckily, my 3D printer gives me the capability of monitoring remotely. So I was watching it remotely via Wi-Fi throughout my weekend as I traveled. From time to time, I'll just stop and take a look, or while I was having breakfast, I'll take a look and see how long it was, How long till the all-motor F is going to be ready? Good question, Mark 5 Andrew. The pistons are Trom getting finished. Actually, the pistons are done. They need to be coated. And we spoke to Vinny today from Hoonigan, and they are going to cover the entire build, which is pretty cool. So I'm hoping by the end of the week, I will have my pistons coated and ready. However, I don't think I'll be able to build it for another week and a half. So maybe, let's say in 2 weeks, I'll start building the engine. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I had injectors cleaned. I took it to Drift Motion and had them clean the injectors, so they came out very nice. Ryan is coming this Thursday from Rywire to go over the harness with me, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, fan is ready. That's it. See, it's ready right there. And I'm going to change the inlay pattern here. Better yet, I may have a higher density, because even though this will work for my prototype, I kind of want something that's a little more rigid. So my infill, I'm gonna use a higher percentage, which is pretty cool. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Yes, it's ready to go. I think it's still here though. Oh, thank you so much. I do plan on recording it. That'd be pretty cool, so everyone can learn. So once again, here's a fan, first prototype. This is an 11 blade with a certain angle. We're gonna try a 9 blade next. And I spoke to Emil, my very good friend, and we're gonna have some good stuff to happen. And then it'll be converted to STA file, and then finally a GX file for my 3D printer back here to print. And that'll take another probably 50 hours or so, because I'm gonna use higher resolution and use an infill that's much higher percentage than, I think I did a 15% infill. I may go with a 20% infill in this one. And then I may put thicker layers, because you see some of these rough edges here. I'm going to use maybe a thicker layer, maybe a 3 layer when it comes to the nozzle layers, and then I'll probably sand it and then get a nice profile, because all these small eddies can make a difference with what I'm trying to do. When's the center seat? When is center seat full EV track drag top speed monster coming? Ooh, good question. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll do that next year. That'd be pretty cool. Thank you. So guys, just want to show you what's going on. I know I showed some videos and stories on me having this built when it started from something very small and it had all these branches holding it up. But now this is the finished product. Looks pretty cool spinning. Look at that. Pretty cool. Ooh, I can hear it already. How do I make my car Bisimoto status? You bring it to us and we have a good time with it. Best car to LS swap? A Corvette. No. Anything you deem it hard. If there's a vehicle whose engine is cost prohibitive or not super reliable, but you love the body lines, I think that's a good candidate for it. Sponsor F23. Sure. Give us a call, and if you can convince Lindsay, who is my second in command here, convince her to sponsor you, she may make it happen. You have to be very convincing to why Lindsay should sponsor you. So, something about. Thank you so much. All right, guys, back to work for me. I do have jokes. I do have jokes. Okay, guys, have a good one. I will wave to you, my fan, and I'll let you know how this turns out and the kind of cool sounds it makes when we are flipping it. Take care. Bye-bye.